Hello and welcome back to How to Build Software Without Coding. I'm Mr. Hackathon and I show you how to build software without coding. And in this tutorial, I am going to show you how to monetize your TikTok video content by creating AI assistants without coding. Here's an example. We have Erica Kohlberg, I think that's how you pronounce her name, an amazing TikTok content creator and just content creator in general that shares a lot of information about money tips and money hacks. We're going to click start chatting and I am going to select I want a refund. And this is the sort of thing that she provides advice on. And I have used Erica's TikTok content to teach the AI assistant on what to respond and how to respond, and it is providing information based on that. If we head over to Erica's content, you can see Erica, you can see money lawyer Erica, and you can see she's talking about stolen AirPods, she's talking about different travel tips about flights and cancelled flights and airlines, you name it. This is the perfect type of content that you might want to turn into an assistant and you might want to monetize. Obviously, you want it to be your own content you're monetizing and using, otherwise you would want permission of the content creator. We're going to use Chip to create this assistant. Chip is one of the easiest ways to create assistants without coding. You not only can create assistants, but you can monetize them really easy. You can track the usage and the progress of your assistant over time. So this is the tool we're going to use to do this. It's free to create an account and you can create an unlimited amount of assistants that you want to create. We are going to go ahead and get signed in and show you what it actually looks like behind the scenes. Once you're signed in and you actually start to create an assistant, it should look something like this. So initially I showed you the finished version on its own URL, but this is the dashboard that allows you to actually build the assistant. You add a name, you add a description, you add instructions, and actually here I haven't added many instructions. You can add conversation starters, and this is the important part for this type of assistant. I have used Erica's content as the knowledge source, so it's pulling the information actually from Erica's content as the knowledge source. We are going to create another one of these assistants, potentially just for flights. So what I want to do is sign in. I will see a dashboard like this. I go ahead and hit create, and it gives me this builder dashboard, and I am going to add a name. We're going to add a description. Just think about the right description to add. So we have a name, Erica Flight Assistant, get helpful advice on airlines and flights. We are going to leave this instructions as it is for now. In another video, I'll talk more about how I like to structure the instructions, but this video is specifically about using TikTok or YouTube as a knowledge base for your assistant. I am going to add some conversation starters. put I want a refund. My flight was cancelled. Let's just leave it at those two for now. With Chip, you have a range of capabilities such as monetization and people actually paying to use your assistant. You can have user signups and start to track user data. You can allow users to upload files and generate images. You can allow users to upload images that you can recognize, potentially a boarding pass or something like that. In our flight assistant example, we can retrieve URLs and information from websites. We can also allow it to browse the web to find answers. For this particular assistant, I'm actually going to turn all of these off. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and hit knowledge source. And in this knowledge source section, I can use a PDF or PowerPoint or CSV. I can use websites in the URL, YouTube, Instagram, but we're going to use TikTok. And what we're going to do is find maybe 3 videos.
Hi, it looks like you bumped me from
So you
this
can
flight
see
I was
Erica's
supposed to be on.
talking
Yeah, we
about
overbooked it, which means we sold more tickets than seats available on the
airlines
plane.
and some of the
And to our
challenges with
surprise,
airlines.
everyone showed up. Anything you can do about it? We're going to book you on the next flight that leaves in a few.
So I'm going to do that, and you just copy and paste the URL, and I'm going to give it a display name,
She
which
has
is
no
optional.
idea I follow Erica. Watch this. Actually, I've read the terms. This is called involuntary denied boarding, and in this.
Okay, so we're gonna call it involuntary denied boarding. You go ahead, hit transcribe, and what it's actually doing is taking a video and transcribing it in a way a large language model can understand really easily. And this is now a part of our knowledge base. Let's find maybe 2 more. So damaged bags.
Hi, my bag was damaged. No, that looks like normal wear and tear. Always take a quick picture of your bag before the flight for this reason.
So we're adding the video about damaged bags. And let's use one more.
No, I took. Can I change my seat for the flight? No.
Okay.
Why? My kid's seat is 10 rows.
And this one's about changing seats. And we're going to go ahead and hit done. And now we're going to test this. We might have to make some adjustments. I might add some context to the prompt, but let's see if this works as it is. You can see it has damaged bag here because it's using the context from our knowledge base. And here, once I say my bag is damaged, it should directly source information from Erica's video about bags being damaged. So you can see here, this is information directly from Erica's video. And although it says, if you like, I will provide you with some specific legal text and information, what you would actually have to put in the prompt if you're using something like this in production is that we don't provide legal advice, because you don't want an AI assistant to provide real legal advice. And then what we also want to do, most likely, is add some constraints around what can be asked. So here I have, I want a refund. Here I have, my flight was cancelled. I either have to add more information that covers more use cases, or tell the assistant in the instructions, only answer questions related to baggage claims or refunds or switching seats, very specific things. What we can do next is we're in the build section. We can go to share, where we can actually share this link. We can embed it on a website, or we can create an embeddable widget, which is one of those small icons in the corner of your website that you might see on dental practices or consultancy firms. And what we can also do is hit sell. So you can monetize this if you add a Stripe account, which I'll make a separate video about. You can add free credits, or you can just make it for free. So ours you can use for free. You can add very specific packages where people can purchase a certain amount of credits to use. We can also see here measure, or we should be able to see in a second. Okay, we might skip over that. I think it's still loading. Chats, because no one's used it yet, you can't actually see the logs, but you can see the chat logs. This is great for your product development to see how people are actually using your product, what types of questions are they asking. And lastly, what you can do is add a custom domain. So by default, you can see it's added on a chip domain, and you can add your own unique subdomain, but it is on the chip domain. What you can do is give it its own domain. So this might be ericaflightassistant.com or moneylawyererica.com or chat.moneylawyererica.com. What we want to do is lastly save this. Right now I can only use it, but you can change it to anyone with the link, or you can make it public on chip where people can clone it and they can use it and they can actually see the prompt. Here, if I make it accessible via the link, people won't be able to see the prompt. And you can see we can start chatting. I can say my flight was cancelled. Let's just try that. I don't think it covers, yeah. So it's going to give advice on what to do if your flight is cancelled. There is a note to make on this. This is still artificial intelligence. It does still hallucinate. It uses the TikToks or whatever knowledge source as a foundation, but sometimes it does add, sometimes it does extrapolate, sometimes it does miss things out. For example, here on the flight being cancelled, I didn't actually put anything from Erica's content in the knowledge base about covering flights being cancelled, and I don't believe any of the videos I shared covered flights being cancelled. And so what I believe here is giving a general answer instead of something Erica has provided herself. One way to work around this is to be very specific in the prompt, but still, sometimes AI still hallucinates, still extrapolates, and answers in unexpected ways, so you do need to do rigorous testing. But that is how you can monetize your TikTok content and create your own personal assistants from your content. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on social media, and happy hacking.